Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Infernape, and this is my team builder for week 2 of season 3 of the Major Pokemon League. So this week I'm going up against Dench B, the coach of the Viridian Beedrills. So last week my team builder was pretty long. It was like 27 minutes, I think. So I'm going to try and make this one a little shorter. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over his team. I'll read off the list of Pokemon, then I'll go over my analyzation of it, then I'll go into my team. Instead of like last week I kind of went like back and forth, I'm just going to try to do it like separately. So I'm just going to read off his team now. He's got, in the order they drafted it, he's got Latios, Rotom Wash, Suicune, Gyarados, Clefable, Darmanitan, Fortress, Braylon, Cofagrigus, or Cofagrigus, however you want to say it. I usually say Cofagrigus, but I don't know why I said it like the other way the first time, but whatever. Then Tauros and Meloetta. So I'm going to read it, okay. I was about to just then read off in the order that I expect them to come, but you guys can see that, and I don't want to just read off more Pokemon's names. So first off, in the order of how likely I think they're to come, is Rotom Wash. So I think that thing is very likely to come because I feel like just the combination of water and electric against my team is pretty nice. Because I do have a lot of weaknesses to that, like Infernape and Nidoqueen. I'm not staring at my Rascal now, so I'm not having an exact list, but I also have like Skarmory, Manaphy, a bunch of things that are weak to both. And I feel like that's a pretty good combination of types against me. So I think that thing's pretty likely to come. It's a decent Infernape counter. Now with this Infernape set, then I'm bringing a Ken to KO it. So it's not great. So he might want to bring Suicune if he's he might want to bring Suicune instead of the Rotom if he is worried about Infernape. But still, it's a decent check. I can pivot around things with Volt Switch, which is nice. I can burn things with the Will-O-Wisp. Now, actually, okay, so he has 3 water types. I want to talk about that. So I don't expect all 3 to come. I highly doubt all 3 are going to come. I think 2 of them are going to come, and as you can see on the right, I think those 2 will be Rotom and Mega Gyarados. I think Suicune on its own is somewhat likely to come, but since I expect the Rotom and the Mega Gyarados to come, it's very unlikely that I expect Suicune to come. So that's why I have Suicune so low. But like I could see Suicune taking the place of Rotom or maybe Gyarados. Or maybe like taking place of both, and he'll have some other Pokemon on there. I don't know, but I just want to clarify that now. But yeah, I think Rotom's going to be nice. Could be Scarfed. I think he'll be kind of defensive. He could be physically defensive for Infernape. He could be especially defensive with a Rindo Berry to be a nice check/counter to Manaphy. That way if I do set up a Tolo, we can live an Energy Ball. Actually, I haven't ran the Calc, but he probably can. I'm not certain. Yeah, so I think he's going to bring Rotom. So next, Clefable, I think he's got to bring Unaware. I think he essentially needs to bring Unaware Clefable because I have a lot of scary setup threats, mainly Manaphy, but also against Infernape, get Sword Dance and Nasty Plot. Tyrantrum could Dragon Dance, Crawdaunt could set up. I have a lot of scary setup Pokemon, but mainly the Manaphy I think is what he's gonna be worried about. So I think that's why he's gotta bring Unaware Clefable. I'm touching my nose a lot. I don't know why. It's kind of itching, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I think he's definitely gonna Clef. I think my team. I do have 2 good Fairy killers, being Nidoqueen and Skarm. I'm not bringing Skarm. I'm bringing Nido. But yeah, I think outside of those 2, Clef. Yeah, Clefable does pretty well against my team, so I think it's likely to come. Then next, Latios, it's just nice against my team, even though I do have a Dragon immunity being Whimsicott and a Psychic immunity being Cardant. It's still nice against my team. It's outside of Whimsy, dropping a Draco, which does pretty well against my team. I do Skarm, who can take a Draco, but still, it's kind of scary for me. So I think Latios just does well. He could be Scarf. I don't think he will, because I think he's gonna want to change up his moves. I expect the Life Orb set from his Latios. Possibly Calm Mind, I don't think so. I think just Life Orb, probably 4 attacks, maybe 3 with Defog. I don't know, we'll see. Next, Mega Gyarados. It can set up on me. I do have things to hit it. Well, I do have things to kind of stop it from setting up, but also to so that if he does set up, I'm not too worried because I do have things that can potentially outspeed it and just can check it offensively. So I'm not too worried about the Gyarados. Next is the Darmanitan. I have a pretty good counter to that being my Tyrantrum. You'll see later. But I think it's pretty likely to come because I do have Manaphy and Crawdaunt, or not Crawdaunt's not a good example, but really Manaphy and Tyrantrum are both good fire switch-ins, but outside of those I really don't have a good fire switch-in, because like one of my main walls, Skarmory, is weak to fire, also Glalie, and it just hits a lot of things hard, so I think he's going to bring Darmanitan. I think if he brings it, it has to be Scarfed. If he does bring it, yeah, I'm just going to assume it's a Choice Scarf. I think there's no he brings it without a Choice Scarf, in my opinion, because I think he needs a Choice Scarf to outspeed the things that he needs to outspeed. Yeah, so I think it's going to bring Darm. Then Fortress next. It's nice to set up hazards and get rid of hazards that I could set up. Guess I do have a lot to set up. So I think that thing is pretty likely to come. Now, I think he's either bring Fortress or Kofag. He could bring both, but I think either way he would want to be physically defensive on either one of them. So I don't think he'll want to bring both. He could. You never really know. But if I had to pick one, I would say Fortress, but really either could make sense. If he does bring Fortress over Kofag, then it could be a bit of a problem. So then he might want to bring Suicune over Rotom. So that's possible, but I think Fortress is just pretty cool to set hazards and just get rid of hazards. So I do some things to deal with that, but still, it's just a good Pokemon, just with all that hazard control. Next, Kofag, it's just nice and it's bulky. Also, my team has a big problem with Ghosts. My only thing, Ghost is very good offensively against my team. Crawdon can sort of take that because he does resist the Ghost. So Crawdon can sort of take it, but outside of Crawdon, Ghost very good against my team. We don't have a normal type to be immune, so for that reasoning, he could bring Kofag could bring like a Trick Room Nasty Pot like he did last week. I don't know, we'll see. But next, Meloetta, I think realistically he's going to bring 6 out of those top 7, maybe Suicune over one of those water types, but realistically I think he's going to bring 6 out of those top 7. That's just my opinion though, because I think those other Pokemon don't do as well. Now the Meloetta, I think it's possible that it comes. I'm going to take a little sip here. I don't know, I just like shot it down and I like throw it, I don't know, it's weird, whatever. Anyway, I think it's possible that it comes. But I do have things to kind of stop it, like Uxie, like Skarm, so I don't think it's too likely. I do have things that can outspeed it, like Infernape, like Whimsicott, like Glalie, like Raikou. I have things that outspeed it. Breloom's possible. I think Breloom does pretty well against my roster. He doesn't do that well against my roster. Doesn't do that well against my roster, because I have like Skarmory, I have Uxie, Nidoqueen, Whimsicott. I have things that kind of stop it. So I don't think he does that well against my roster, but he does pretty well against the team I'm bringing, because I don't expect it. Now, if he does bring it, I can hopefully deal with it, but I don't think he's gonna bring it against my team. If he does, he does. And that's Suicune, as I talked about earlier. Now, I think those other water types fill its role a little better, at least in this matchup. So I don't think he's gonna bring Suicune, but if he does, he does. Then Tauros, I think, just doesn't do well against my team, or he doesn't do well against my roster. Doesn't do well against the team I'm bringing either. I don't think Tauros is gonna come. If he does, I think it's gonna be kind of a waste of a Mons, because I have a good switch-ins being Tyrantrum and Skarmory. I guess it's a pretty good offensive check to Manaphy in case I do set up, because it does outspeed and can hit hard. So I suppose that's the thing, but still I have like Infernape with a nice priority Mach Punch. Glalie has a nice Ice Shard still. So I don't think Tauros is going to come, and I do 2 things that just naturally outspeed it, being Whimsicott and Raikou. So I don't think he's going to bring Tauros. See, I'm like almost 8 minutes in. It's actually my second time doing this Teambuilder video here, because the first time the video file, whatever, just kind of got like corrupted. Just, I don't know, it's kind of crashed. I'm not even sure why. I'm actually not using Camtasia now. I'm using Premiere now instead of Camtasia, because Camtasia is but hopefully I can have fun with Adobe Premiere, so that'll be cool. Yeah, I guess once it's up, this will be the first video that I'm actually editing using Premiere, so that'll be cool. But now, time to get into my team here. So first off, we got Infernape, we got Black Belt, Iron Fist. Actually, I'm not gonna like read off like the item and abilities because you guys can see that. I'll just kind of like mention that at some point while I'm talking about the set. But the moves, I'll read those off. I got Fake Out, Mach Punch, Close Combat, Flitter Blitz. So Fake Out, Mach Punch, pretty nice combo there, pretty nice, good priority combo like Mega Madchammer or Mega Lopunny. I think it works pretty well against the team because he does have some bulky Pokemon that I can outspeed, but I can hit those hard with a Flitter Blitz or Close Combat. Actually, I want to talk about my team, not Infernape as much right now, but I want to talk about my team, because on this team is actually not really intentionally, I suppose, but like, I wasn't really trying to go with this plan originally, but my team just kind of worked out to be hyper offensive. I only have one defensive Pokemon, that'll be Tyrantrum, which you'll see later, but yeah, I have a pretty offensive team here, as you'll see. So Infernape, yeah, Fake Up Mach Punch is really nice. I think it's going to make Scarf Darmanitan. Also, it's nice for Gyarados if he does set up with that. So I can go for Fake Out, then he's super effective Mach Punch. Then with Black Belt, Close Combat does 2 KO a physically defensive Rotom, so that's cool. It does not 2 KO physically defensive Suicune, so in that sense, Suicune is a little better than Rotom in this matchup. But we'll see. It's a nice priority for like Tauros, Breloom, Meloetta, especially if he wants to go to that pirouette form. I think that's what it's called. So yeah, it's nice to have Mach Punch. Also, it does, I think Fake Out plus Mach Punch does like 35% or so to the Latios. That's pretty cool. So if he is like Scarfed, or even if he's not, he'll still outspeed me just naturally. I have enough speed to outspeed Meloetta, I believe. Actually, let me open up my, I have a little notepad with just like notes about my team. Let me open that up. Hopefully this team builder won't be as long as the last week. We'll see though. Anyway, so yeah, Inferno P's pretty cool. I was considering not carrying Flare Blitz just because, I mean, he would, if I'm manning against Fortress, he would expect me to have it. It'd be obvious because, I mean, I'm a fire type, right? But, that'd be cool if I could bluff it. That's the wrong notepad. Here we go. Alright, that'd be cool if I could bluff it, but really because of Kofag is why I'm definitely bringing Flare Blitz. Otherwise, I just get hard-walled by that thing, and I don't want to get, hard-walled by Kofag because I think it's fairly likely to come. Even though it's not in the top 6, I think it's still pretty likely to come. So I don't just want to be hard-walled by Kofag because Inferno could potentially late game sweep if I do weaken down his team in the way that I need to for Inferno to just do cool things. But yeah, I have enough speed to outspeed max speed, Tim and Meloetta, or maybe Jolly, or just some speed boosting nature I can outspeed it. Yeah, so next wave for Raku, since Tesla, oh wait, let me go with the nickname for Inferno. So we are King Julian, after the monkey in Madagascar. I think maybe we just called Madagascar. I think it was just Madagascar. I feel like there's some other word in it, like there's something of Madagascar, but I'm not sure. That's not the point of this. I just kind of thought Mascot Bay was just kind of lame. I don't know. I mean, he is Mascot, he is my Bay, but I was just... Yeah, I feel like King Julian's a cool name, because Julian's is a pretty cool monkey. But yeah, now we got Raku, named Tesla, after the, well, originally it was named after the car, or... In my head, I wanted to name it after the car, but I did some research, and I found out it's named after the engineer, like Nikola Tesla. Or Nikolai Tesla, something like that. So yeah, that's not the point of this. It's not the point of Teambuilder, but whatever. So I'm bringing out Volt Switch, T-Bolt, Shadow Bolt, and Charge Beam. So I hit most of his things on his team. He's no electric immunity. He's no ground type, and his only electric type being Rotom is not immune to electric. So I outspeed everything on his team naturally. So then with a Choice Scarf, I can outspeed any Scarfer he has. So that's really cool. And also, if he carries if he carries max speed Adamant Mega Gyarados, even if he's at +2 from 2 Dragon Dances, I can still outspeed it because I'm Scarf. So that's really cool. I have enough speed to outspeed max speed Timid or max speed Jolly, Latios, and Tauros respectively. So that's cool. Yeah, Volt Switch is just nice to get initiative. T-Bolt hits pretty hard. Shadow Ball, it's coverage for Latios and Braylon, the two things that can take a T-Bolt pretty well. Or the two things that T-Bolt's not neutral or super effective to. So that's why I've Shadow Ball for them. And Charge Beam, because, I mean, it'd be cool in the last slot. I probably won't use it, probably won't need it. But it's just cool, maybe I can use it late game, get some nice special attack boost. So yeah, Raku's really nice just to get initiative, go for Volt Switch, I can get a free guaranteed Volt Switch, because they outspeed everything, and he's no immunity, so that's awesome. Next we got Nidoqueen, we got Stephanie, named after my girlfriend, because she's my queen, Nidoqueen. I don't know. I think it's a cute little thing to do for her, but whatever. You guys can have your lame opinions of me and fucking mock me. But whatever. Stephanie's gonna put in work this week. She has a nice life orb to hit hard with that sheer force. Pow, pow. Got the Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Sucker Punch, and Toxic Spikes. So Sludge Wave and Earth Power hit really hard. That hits all of Dench's team for, I believe that either one of those two moves hits everything on his team for at least neutral damage. I don't know Flamethrower or Fire Blast for Fortress, because I hit it with Earth Power really hard, and I don't need to Oko it because it's sturdy anyways, so I don't need that. Earth Power does like 80 to 91 or so %, something around there, so it does a lot. That is if he's physically offensive, which I do expect him to be. Then he Sludge Wave, which hits things hard. Then Sucker Punch is nice for like Meloetta, for Latios, mainly those two, or just like Dormantan if it's Scarfed. Still just nice to get off some chip damage before I die to like a Latios that just wants to Psyshock me. Yeah, it's still useful just to get some nice damage, or not just chip damage, but it does do a lot. I think it does like around 60 or so % to Latios. That's nice, and that could be good for Meloetta. Then Toxic Spikes, mainly for Kofag, because I'm kind of scared of that, and I want to help Infernape. Because Infernape, I think, could potentially late game sweep if I do play it correctly around Dench's team. So Toxic Spikes can be really nice. Fortress is immune, so we can get rid of them, and so is Latios, who also can get rid of them. But outside of that, it hits a lot of his team now. The Clefable, I think he's got to bring Unaware if he brings Clefable, which I think he kind of has to. I highly doubt it's going to be Magikarp because Unaware, he needs it for like Manaphy and, well mainly Manaphy, but also some other things in my team. But yeah, if he is unaware, which he should be, then Toxic will hit him, or he will be, he will be hit by the poison and will take damage from it. So that's cool. It's also nice for like Suicune if he brings it. He could have Rest Talk, but still it'd be nice just to whittle it down. It's just cool for things. I guess Gyarados. I guess like if he brings it in, then Megas and switches out and comes back in. It's possible, but yeah, this thing. I'm carrying a bit of bulk, so it's not a wall, because it's still invested offensively. It does have a bit of speed. Let me check my notepad. Was it top speed? Was it mental speed? Outspeed's no speed, Rotom Wash, right. If rank's just like a defensive Rotom Wash, I can outspeed it because I do have some speed on Needle. So that's cool. Then invested just in bulk, so I can take, and I'm going mild over Rash, so I want my defense lower, not my special defense, because I want to be able to take like weak, or not like weak, but like somewhat weak special attacks from things like Clefable, Cofagrigus, even the Fortress physical still can take hits from that, or like also yeah, like Clef, Cofagrigus, and then maybe even like Suicune. So yeah, I want to be able to take those a little better, so that's why I'm not Rash. Next we go into Whimsy, kind of a nice little offensive Whimsy here. Alright, we're 16 minutes in. I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit. It's alright though. This shouldn't be as long as last week's, so it should be good. But I'm gonna try to get under 20 minutes. I don't know how long it is. You guys can see though, but whatever. So we got an offensive Whimsy here. We got Mimsy. We got a Life Orb. So we got Giga Drain, Moonblast, Taunt, and HP Fire. I said fire really far. Whatever. So Giga Drain Moonblast hits a lot of things. Just the combination of Grass and Fairy hits a lot of things on his team for super effective damage. Let me see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5. 5 things for super effective damage. So that's cool. It also hits other neutral things like Tauros and like Meloetta for decent damage. So that's cool. And I have Taunt for like Kofag and, well, actually it was mainly for Suicune. If you want to spin Crocune, I really don't have to worry about that, so that's cool. Then HP, why can I say HP Fire? First time I said it's like some weird like some country dude. I don't even fucking know what I'm saying. HP Fire, Hidden Power Fire. That's what I got here. It's for Fortress. I mean, also it's Breloom, I suppose. But I mean, I have Moonblast for Breloom. I was really having trouble picking a last move on Whimsy here. But I was like, well, you know what? Anything else that I pack, I don't really need. It'd be cool to have HP Fire. Because I'm not bringing anything to get rid of hazards this week. So I want to stop that Fortress from setting him up in the first place as much as I can. Also, if he wants to try to spin them, I want to punish him and be able to kill him before he can spin. But yeah. And get rid of the hazards that I set up. So I want to be able to kill that Fortress, or at least hit it really hard if he is still at full health. Let me check. So I have enough special attack investment to 2-KO a Suicune after Stealth Rocks, even if it has leftovers, and that is 2-KO with Giga Drain, of course. That is if he's physically defensive. So if I get Rocks, I'll go for Giga Drain, does like 45%. Then he'll get lefties, and then I'll go for another Giga Drain, does like another 45%, and then kill him. I don't think that math in my head that I just did there is exactly correct, but I did the calc, and we good. He could bring a little bit of Spit F investment, but whatevs. Yeah, so I didn't want to go full special attack because I did want to have a little bit of bulk, so I could take hits a little better from like Clefable and Kofag and like Suicune again. And I have enough speed, outspeed, same thing as Raikou to outspeed that Tauros and Latios, which both have 110. So I'm just creeping for the same thing there. Just wanted to clarify. Next we got Chris Pratt. We got Tyrantrum, holding a Rocky helmet. He's got Strong Draw and he's got Stealth Rocks, Roar, Rock Slide, Crunch. Just carrying physically defensive. This thing's the only defensive Pokemon on my team. Switches into Darmanitan, switches into Tauros. Really, those are the only two things that it comfortably switches into. And it's kind of meant to, and like those two things it's meant to counter. But yeah, Stealth Rock's just nice to set up on his team. Cause it'd be cool just to get some chip damage on things. It'd be nice. Really helps out Fernic a lot. Also like Raikou if I just want to Volt Switch around things, then just T-Bolt late game and hopefully sweep. Then I'm carrying the Roar just to shuffle things around like I did last week with Skarm. It's really nice. It could be nice. Like if he thinks if he has Suicune into me that he could just set on me. Nah, buddy, I'm gonna just roar you out. Bye bye. Or like maybe in Gyarados or maybe even Latios or something like that. Although I'll probably click Crunch against Latios, but whatever. Or like Clefable even. So that'll be nice. Rock Slide's a nice stab, hits things pretty well. Crunch, with the Strong Jaw, Crunch actually does hit a little harder because Strong Jaw does boost my attacks. It does boost my like biting attacks by 1.5. So it's essentially stabbing there with that Crunch. So that's nice. It's like Gladios, hits Meloetta, and then things like Rotom. Crunch actually does do a little more than Rock Slide if they're both neutral. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm just going max defense because I want to be able to take hits as well as I can from Darmanitan and like Tauros. Well, I don't think he's bringing Tauros, but still. Or like the Gyarados again, to take hits as well as I can. I was considering carrying a Chople Berry to take like it from Darmanitan or Breloom, but I was like, well, I don't think Breloom's coming in Darmanitan. I still want to have Rocky Helmet to just weaken that thing down and just hurt it. Even though he will be taking damage from Flare Blitz and hopefully rocks, still be nice just to weaken that thing down as much as I can. So that's the reason for that. And next we have Glalie, the final Pokemon on this team. So we got Double Edge, Ice Shard, Freeze Dry, HP Fire. So Double Edge just hits things hard. It's nice. Ice Shard, nice priority. Hits like Latios, Breloom, Tauros, I suppose. Mainly those things, but still it's just nice. Mainly for like Latios and Breloom. So that Breloom, I can at least get some damage on before I die. It does do like 60 or like 70%, so it does do a lot to Breloom. So if I do get some nice chip damage on that, then I can kill it with a nice Shard potentially. That way, I don't have to just straight up sack off Glalie. I can at least get some damage off first, because he would probably just want to Mach Punch me. Freeze Dry hits those water types, the Gyarados, the Rotom, and the Suicune. So it hits those. Then I have HP Fire for the Fortress. It's because I didn't know what else I wanted that slot. I thought, well, that thing kind of wells me, so it'd be nice just to have that, just to carry a little bit of coverage, just to be able to hit that thing. So that's cool. Let me check my investment here. Let me check my little EVs. Let's see, what was it? Right, Glalie. Outspeeds max speed Jelly Man Gyarados, so that's cool, even if he's just the fastest he can be with a Gyarados. I outspeed it. That's dandy. Then Oko's for just after Stealth Rocks with HP Fire. So yeah, so that's my special attack out there. That nice 88. That is okay. I didn't need to have enough special attacks that I could Oko that thing because he would have Sturdy anyways. But I have enough, so I think it does like 94 because then like he would take 12% from rocks, then he would get back 6% from the lefties. So that's why I have that. Also, I just wanted some special attack investment so my Freeze Dries can hit like Suicune and Rotom a little harder. So that's nice. Yeah, that's the team. This team builder's not quite as long as last week. It's still kind of long, but I felt like I used the time pretty well. I talked about my team. Next week I'll try and again a little shorter. I'm making some progress with how short these are, or how short/long these are. I'm making some progress. Hopefully you guys like them though. Hopefully you enjoy learning about my team. What I bring this weekend is learning my whole thought process and everything. So I think that's about it. That's about it here. Kind of wraps it up. So make sure to subscribe to me if you're not already. Make sure to like this video, to show your support, comment, saying how dank my team is this week. Sub to Dench. Link to his channel will be down below. He's a really cool guy. He's just a good friend of mine. He has a sexy British accent. He's a freaking hilarious dude. So definitely check him out. He does like some skits in his videos for his battles. It's really funny. Check him out though. He's awesome. Yeah, also check out the MPL channel. We have some cool announcers. They're doing some cool videos. Like Christian's doing the power rankings. Or at least it was just Christian for this week. I'm not sure. I don't know if he'll be alone next week, but we'll see. Yeah, then we also have the other series that Megalugia is doing. It's like the Pokemon of the week, so that's a cool series he's doing there. Pretty dank, pretty sexy. Check out the MPL channel. Check out all the channels. Check out all the things down below. Check out the hub. See how well you Baltimore Braviers are doing. We're doing stellar. Manphy's actually the MVP right now. It's 4 kills from week 1, so good start for Manphy. Good start for everyone. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow with the battle. It's going to be pretty hype.